Hello, everybody. How's it going out there? David Knight here with the Nest Baseball Review. Hope everyone's doing well, safe, and happy, and had a good weekend. Of course, Monday, a new week upon us. All-Star break is in full swing right now. That means we are off for the next 4 days. Then we come back on Friday for our next game. And if you've been following the Nationals news, you know it has not been very pretty for us the last few days. But this is the wrap-up video, generally discussing my thoughts on the team up until the All-Star break. Now, a few little details, roster things, notable names I want to hit real quick. First of all, Miles Mikolas will serve his 5-game suspension. I thought he might get out, but I guess they made him, or they let us wait until Cavalli served his. Now Mikolas can serve his suspension because our pitching staff is already decimated as it is for various reasons. I can chime on that here in a minute. So he'll serve his suspension as of, I think, Sunday. So he won't be able to come out until sometime next week after break, after we start playing games. Secondly, one of our top prospects, Robert House III, ended up actually, we released him, with designated for assignment about a week or so ago. He has cleared waivers. He's now back to AAA. So we still have him. He's just not on the 4-man roster anymore, which I'm honestly kind of glad about that because the fact of the matter is Dylan Cruz has been disappointing so far. His defense has been pretty good, yes, but his offense has been very, very disappointing. So I think some of that might be a little bit of bad luck. I think a lot he's just not being very effective at the plate right now. I hope he's not a bust, being a first-round pick. I want him to turn around. But having Hassel III as a AAA option as a backup, if he can get going, that gives a little more insurance for outfield help. So you never know. So I'm glad we got him back. And thirdly, of course, we had our draft yesterday. Mainly, we picked up a lot of pitching arms as expected, college level kind of guys. Guys are closer to big league ready. But I do want to quickly go over our first pick. Our first pick was a second base from Texas A&M, Chris Hasapian. I apologize if I'm saying his name wrong. The second baseman, 6'1", 210 pounds. Very, very good hitter, about 375 in college, had ridiculous offensive numbers. So it's a solid pick for us with middle infield. I know we got a lot of middle infielders, but especially with the question of people like Abrams, Garcia down the road. And we always go best available first round anyway. So solid offensive pick. Hopefully he can pan out for us sooner than later. We can start doing some with that. Now, let's get to the overall review of the team. The Nationals in the first half, or the All-Star break, were 48-49, a game under 500. Now, coming this season with what we're expecting to do, I've been happy with that. But this season's been very unique for us in regards that the offense has been in top 5 offense in baseball. Our offense has been near the top, if not the top, in runs scored for the whole year. We've also been at the top or near the top for the most runs given up all year. And that's because our pitching staff has been absolutely horrid, particularly our bullpen. We now have, I think, 28 blown saves, which is by far the most in baseball by at least 10. And the record for a season is 37. And we're well on our way to smashing that record. In fact, we had 3 consecutive 8th-inning leads against the Yankees that our bullpen, no matter what Batera did, no matter who he brought in, blew it. They choked it up every single time. And the bullpen has been a problem for us for years. The last year bullpen wasn't great, but I take that bullpen over this bullpen now. If we had a decent bullpen, if we had an average bullpen, we'd be contending for a division spot right now. Technically, I guess we're still on the outside of the outskirts of the wild card, but if we had a decent pitching staff, we would be in the wild card position firmly right now and be easily set up as buyers at the deadline. But now, I don't know. I'm not so sure how that's going to work. We need at least 2 or 3 bullpen arms, good bullpen arms, one good closer, Chapman, that'd be nice to get, and some other bullpen arm we can use that can be very valuable to help this team at least function. Because Cavalli's been decent as a starter. Griffin's been amazing. He's an all-star now. 10 wins as a rookie of the year finalist potentially. Being 30 years old, I don't know if he'll actually win or not. The fact that he's actually doing that on a 1-year deal from Japan is pretty amazing. Very happy with that. So very happy with that. And we got some question marks with the starting pitching as well, but the bullpen has been the main problem. So we need to get pitching. The offense is great. In fact, we could make historic seasons here. Abrams is the all-star shortstop starter for the National League. and he already has a career high in RBIs. We're only halfway through the year. He's already got a career high in RBIs. James Wood now has 10 leadoff home runs. 10 leadoff home runs this season. 20 home runs on the year. Should be starting. He's an all-star, but he should be starting. He's been ridiculous in play. He's been amazing, and we need to do something for an office. Lock these guys up sooner or later. But again, as a Nats fan, it's a broken record. We never do that. Yeah, I've seen 8 or 9 teams extend their big prospects for multiple year deals with the potential a pretty affordable rate. I don't know why we can't offer him a deal now and give him $15 million a year. I think that'd be the best program in baseball if he did half of what he does now. So, but that's a whole nother point. Garcia is having a career year, especially the last 2 weeks. He's been on fire lately. We're still in bases. Defense still questionable, but that's not a big shock. We probably need to move some guys around, position changes, get some defensive help there. But again, this team is not a terrible team. Again, if we had average pitching, we would be a contention for a division spot right now. But we're not. So if we're going to do it, we need to go out and get some relievers. My only problem is to get the bullpen guys that of caliber we need to get to carry this team for the second half. Probably give them some talent and do it. And the problem is, I don't know if we want to do that. Frankly, I don't know if we should do that. I don't know if we should give up all our talent. I just think ownership needs to cough up some money and go get some relievers. And with the whole CBA talks, I've said before, the whole CBA talks right now with the idea of a salary minimum or floor would benefit us greatly, because that way we could actually, we're forced to spend money and we're forced to buy pitching help. So, and especially going to next season, because this offense is really good. Can we repeat that again? I'm not sure. Whoever's behind it could end up coaching with Dodgers or something like that. So, anyway, that's my thoughts on the All-Star break. Again, surprising but disappointing at the same time for all the good reasons I would never thought of. But again, hope everyone enjoys the All-Star break. Hopefully, the National League can win an All-Star game. We usually don't do it. American League usually picks our butt every year. So hopefully, National League can get an All-Star game victory and enjoy the festivities. And I'll be doing videos. And of course, if nothing else, end of the month update, trade deadline stuff, any major news that come out, I will do a video and discuss it. I apologize if the quality of this video is kind of like skipping around and shoddy, because sometimes the Wi-Fi is not great. I tried to do it on my phone last night, but it didn't want to send for some reason. But that's all. Have a good one. Talk to you later.